Hi, I'm Chris Martin, here in the Martin Museum in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. I'm the sixth generation of my family to have the privilege of making the Martin guitar. For the first 135 years of our company, we used elephant ivory. It's a fantastic material. It has a wonderful luster. It works well. We used it for some of the ornamentation. It also works well tonally. We used ivory for bridges. Towards the end of the use of ivory, we had gotten down to nuts and saddles, critical parts of the guitar where the strings are attached at the neck and the bridge. And it made a wonderful tone. And then my father and my grandfather made a decision, and they decided to communicate that decision to our customers in the late 1960s. So they developed this little hang tag that they put on all the Martin guitars that we shipped. And I'd like to read it to you. There presently exists a heavy worldwide demand for ivory. This demand has led to soaring prices, which in turn is resulting in a horrible slaughter of elephants. This slaughter threatens the very existence of the elephant. C.F. Martin and Company refuses to be a contributor to this atrocity. For this reason, we have substituted a synthetic for the ivory used in our instruments. We have used this material for many years and find it to be completely adequate. We hope you agree with our decision. This was a hang tag we put on all of the Martin guitars in the late 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, the first 10 years of 2000. It's 2014. 45 years later, I'm still concerned about the horrible slaughter of elephants. This is a terrible shame, and it should stop. And the only way it's going to stop is if people stop buying and using ivory.
Martin Guitar has a long history of environmental stewardship. We appreciate the value that our customers place on our instruments, and we believe the feel and sound are inseparable from the materials we use. Our ecological policies were formalized in 1990, embracing the management and responsible use of natural materials and alternative woods. Long before that, however, we substituted a synthetic for the ivory used on our instruments. In the 1960s, we began to phase out the usage of ivory because the demand led to soaring prices of tusk, which in turn resulted in the slaughter of elephants. The hang tags that were featured on our instruments at that time clearly stated our position regarding the African elephant ivory poaching. C.F. Martin and Company refused to be a contributor to this atrocity. Since then, we have continued to develop and use materials that we believe comply with our sense of environmental stewardship. In May 2013, we decided to stop using preserved mammoth ivory and implemented a plan to phase the material out on all standard models, special editions, special orders, authentic series, and custom shop models. We are very pleased to say that preserved mammoth ivory, like elephant ivory before, has been completely removed from our supply chain and is no longer used on any guitar model we manufacture. We are also proud to be a founding sponsor of the Nature Conservancy's African Elephant Initiative. We strongly believe that we all have an obligation to help end the ivory trade and positively contribute towards all efforts to save these extraordinary creatures. Learn more about the Nature Conservancy's African Elephant Initiative at nature.org/elephants.